whoever needs to hear this right now, allow spirit, universe, cosmos to work miracles in your life, because they are trying to come in for you. And it seems like every step of the way there's been some sort of doubt in you, or there's been people around you who have doubted everything. And something you have to remember is the miracles and these blessings are not going to look the way you want them to look or thought they would look, and you have to really let go. And I want to tell you that because many of you are healers and activists and artists, and you have a much bigger purpose in this world, and your path is supposed to look miraculous. You're going to receive resources that the average person, like, who may not be connected to the universe or who may not be on the same path, like, average isn't even the best word, like, they may not receive the same miracles in the same way. And you need to understand that because you have a desire to help humanity, spirit is going to come in a completely different capacity, because they want to make sure that everybody feels love, that everybody is prosperous, that everybody can live in peace. And so you have to allow that into your life. And if you're a healer, know that you need to be out helping people heal in whatever way that you can, whether that's at a march or writing music or dancing or singing, whatever it is. The energies are going to start finding you who need help. And a good example of this, because I want to share this, and I know it always happens for a reason. The last couple days, I kept hearing the name, actually the last couple weeks, I kept hearing the name like Tyler. And then I kept hearing another name that was like J, all these names. And then I kept getting visions. And usually if it's repetitive like that, it's a situation, because this is how Spirit speaks to me, it's a situation that I need to pay attention to. And I need to be extremely open to energy during that time. And I usually just say, okay, guide me. Whenever I'm there, I'm there. And I go in to like be in this group that Spirit led me to around like money and healing and all these things. And I thought it was weird because the table that I usually sit at, like, the folks weren't there. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because usually I'm late, right? And I got there early and I sat down at a different table, and I started to feel this like press on my back and a press on my shoulder. And then the person next to me says, hi, I'm Tyler. And then I talk to them, and then like I was like, there's something pressing on my back. So I turn around and there was Jay. There was Jay. And they were like, oh, hey, I'm going to come sit with you. And it was like a whole conversation, which then led into them opening up about their entire life story. And, you know, in the past being addicted to drugs and alcohol and all these things. They're like, I don't know why I'm telling you. And I'm like, it's okay. It's just a part of how this works, right? Because we're here to also help people heal. And I gave them resources on how to help themselves. And then what was so miraculous was I go out into the other center where people are praying, and I sit down and I'm waiting, and there's one seat that's in between me and another person. And then another person comes in and they sit down, and they also mention being an addict. And they were like, I'm really glad I'm here. And they were like, you know, a little schizophrenic. And they're like, I finally made it. And the person behind them put their hand on their shoulder. And then I introduced myself, and we had this conversation. And earlier this rising, I was going through a script. And the script was between a counselor and someone who was in a rehab facility. And Spirit was like, just pay attention. And so you have to remember that miracles look different, like fully different than you think. There's going to be the miraculous moments where you will have that windfall, where you will have those resources. And I post about the music, like I just met another person who's an engineer, and I'm going to go travel and see them, and we're going to make music. And then there's miracles like this where you're in the right place at the right time to help somebody. You're in the right place at the right time to hold space, to help them open up, to help them get a breakthrough, because, you know, that person wanted to help even more people. And so Spirit wants you to be open to the types of miracles that are going to be coming into your life if they haven't already done so, because the world needs you. Like, the world needs you, and it's time for you to fully walk in it. Like, fully walk in it no matter what it looks like, and be compassionate. So many people in the world are not being compassionate right now. They're not opening their hearts. They're not helping each other out. They're not giving money to people. They're not giving resources. And how are we going to be able to move forward and progress to a world where people are compassionate 24/7 if we don't begin to be compassionate, if we don't believe that things can change even on a miraculous level? So Spirit really wants you to be open to it, because you are always protected, you are always taken care of. And, you know, what was interesting is, as someone who's been myself healing their religious trauma and all these things, and I've talked about this in other videos, I asked Spirit, okay, well, send me to a safe space. If there's safe spaces, send me to a safe space. You know, I'll never knock anything until I try it. And they sent me to this place, and it had everything that I loved. Classes, it has a coffee shop, like all these things. There's like musicians and like production people, and they're just phenomenal human beings that don't take advantage of anybody. And I had all these questions about tithing and, you know, giving money and giving time. And I have family members who are extremely opinionated about it, but from a very angry place. And so I was like, you know, Spirit, just deliver whatever needs to be shared. And today we talked about it, and everybody was open, how they felt about it, what they needed to heal. And I was thinking, you know, and it looks different for everybody, but I was thinking, if these people didn't help to build this place, or put in the things that, you know, folks enjoy, or that I even enjoy, I wouldn't have been able to have this moment. So you can't tell me that resources aren't helpful for certain communities. And I invite you all to do your own healing, do your own religious, like, trauma healing, and look for yourself. Like, only you are going to discover the truth about how you feel, how you want to show up in the world. Whether you say God, Spirit, universe, cosmos, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because frequency is all the same. Like, it's all the same. If you are of love, you will create love. If you are of love, you will create prosperity. If you are of love, you'll create peace and tranquility with everybody around you. You will be a divine, like, channeler of creation in every level, not just through family, but through all of your art. Like, all of your art. Ever since I went on this journey, I haven't been able to stop creating. Like, it doesn't stop. And Spirit just keeps introducing me to more people every single day. Like, cool, keep going. So this is your reminder to allow this energy to move through you and create all of the amazing things that are going to get you to the place that you need to be and that you desire to be. You deserve to be at peace. You deserve to have happiness. You deserve to be able to help people when you want to build houses. Like, and even that person I was talking to, they started talking about snowboarding, and I was like, they have a snowboard group here? I snowboard, and I haven't been in forever because I was so tired. And Spirit said it's time to rest. So allow Spirit to create opportunities and miracles around you, so you can also rest, so you don't have to think so hard, so you don't have to try so hard, so you can just go on your divine path. And I wanted to share that with you all because it felt really important, and I hope that you're really taking this message in. And if you are needing any sort of support, or want to know how to sit within your energy better with Spirit and your ancestors and receive these messages, be open, not doubt yourself, I want you to come to one of my sessions. There's 3 every single week. It's called Z's School for the Gifted, and we can talk about it. Whatever your block is, whatever you want to heal through, whatever you want to expand on, even if it's meditation, that space is made for you. And Spirit has led me to do it with the ancestors and many other people. So I'm sending you lots of love, lots of hugs, and go be compassionate today, even to yourself.